Hi guys, Graham here, and here today with another game of Saga, and I'm playing a face-to-face game, the first one since lockdown at Reading War Games, obviously with COVID restrictions applying. And here's just a quick whip round of what was happening at the club. There was a 40k game. Here they were just setting up for an ADLG game. In the corner they had like a 15mm, quite a large Napoleonic game, 2v2 I think they were playing there. Across the room, obviously all the games are spaced out, more ADLG. They're just setting up again. And here they've got a Flames of War 15mm World War II game being played. In the small room, there's I think a small group playing a new set of rules I've not seen before. O Troop I think it's called, or O Group, I beg your pardon. And then finally in the corner there was a little 6mm game being played. I just wanted to show everybody that the club is now up and running, and yeah, get yourself down there if you're a member, get a game in. Okay, today I played Tony at Saga, an old adversary. He hasn't played in a little while, so he's a bit rusty. Kept it simple, so just 6 points from Age of Vikings. I was playing Norse Gael and he was using the Normans. Yeah, here's the intro. Have a look at the armies. Okay, so we use the universal terrain rules in the rulebook, and here's how we deployed. You can see Tony's set back a little bit because he's going to shoot me and pick me off with his cav. That's fairly obvious. I've deployed as advanced as I can with my levy javelins in front, screening what I can. The nearest the camera are on the right are Tony's warrior javelins, mounted warrior javelins. Apologies if it looks a little dark. We're in a corner and I had to change the camera just before we started playing, which messed things up a little bit. Anyway, let's see what happens, and I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, good evening. So tonight I'm playing Tony at Reading War Games. We're going to be playing a standard Clash of Warlords, 6 points. I'm using Norse Gael against his Normans. We're deployed, as you can see. He's rolled his 3 dice. Looked pretty shooty to me. So off we go. Tony, what are you going to do?
I am going to first of all shoot.
So who are you going to shoot with?
Actually, no, I'm not going to do my movement first.
So you're going to do your manoeuvres. We were talking about that earlier.
I can move up to level.
Up to within L of my, but not in, just outside of L. But you can only move L. So it's not quite that far.
That's fine.
Threatening my flank. Okay. You got any other manoeuvres you want to do? Here we go, let me do that for you.
So I've got this list.
That's not a problem there. Okay. Might as well move your half and guard up. So these are warriors with javelin, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's just normal half guard.
Half and guard,
Half
half and
and
guard, half and guard. A wall of pain coming my way. Right. So you're going to do volley fire, I assume.
I am going to do volley fire.
So volley fire. Activate one of your units, which I assume will be those, and that means they've got double range.
So I'm firing with those.
So you're firing with these,
That's 6.
and who are you shooting against?
I will go for your front.
My javelins.
Yep.
So if you can throw your dice in there, my armour is 4 because I'm javelin armed.
My fire because it's 2, isn't it?
You get 6 dice. Before you roll, are you using anything else?
I am going to use the wounded one.
So if the attacking inflicts at least 1 casualty, the enemy unit takes fatigue. So if you roll in there, I've got nothing to stop you. You need 4s.
3 hits.
3 hits.
Yeah.
So I need a 4, 5 or 6 to save. Save 2, lost 1. Unfortunately, that does mean I take a fatigue. So 1 poor javelin man's gone. You're up. Okay. Anything else? Okay, so you pass. My turn. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why am I still counting 6? 6 dice, which isn't that many really. So I rolled, oh my lord, 5 beaters and 1 common. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's my first turn. My dice are placed, as you can see. I need to get forward because Tony is just going to sit back on the back edge and limp it and shoot to death at me. So I'll spend one of my levy activations to rest the levy. I use my second levy activation to get them up, like this. That. I'm going to use my warrior activation to send these guys into the terrain. Like that. In their flying wedge. I'm going to use my half and guard activation to get them forward. So they're just going into that gap there. These are all within L, so my Warlord's going to say to them, off you go. So again,
That's for his free activation, isn't it, for them?
yes it is, yes. So they just go, just trundle forward, like that. He's got his determination, moves forward.
Determination is his own movement. For
Yes
free.
it is, yeah. And finally I'm going to move these guys at the back in their wedge to just behind there, like that. And that Tony is all I've got. So could you roll your
6 dice. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7?
Or is it, oh, yes, I keep it's the other.
7, and you've got 1 on the board. You left on the board with your Warlord.
Which I don't necessarily know.
No, you can leave it on there. It's different between version 1 and version 2.
I know, so I can leave it. The maximum is 8 dice you can roll in this, isn't it?
Yeah. So leave
1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. So you roll them in there. What do you get?
Lots of shit.
So you've got 4 commons and 3 uncommons. Have a think. Okay, see, Tony's placed his dice, as you can see. Looks like I'm going to get shot to crap again. What are you going to do to me, Tony? Show me.
I'll move to activate this unit of knights first of all.
Which unit's that?
The knights on the my right flank.
Okay.
So they will go to there. 2 mediums, and then I'm going to turn them around. So I'm going to spoil your medium.
I cleaned it actually earlier.
Right.
I sanitised it earlier, so.
Thank you. That'll be that well, so they care. So they will just go over there. Okay?
Yep.
I will then. My general will activate these to shoot.
So the big man's going to activate the bowman to shoot. I assume at the same target. Well, that's all you got really. So
yeah, and then this time I'm going to include the 5 for my shoot bonus.
So you've got an armour of 4.
Yeah.
You're rolling 6 dice.
Yeah. Plus I'm used to my bonus.
So you've got another 5 dice.
Yeah.
So you've got 11 dice.
Yeah.
Wow. And I have nothing to do. I assume you want to do wounded as well.
I will be using the wounded one as well.
Well,
so
hate for you to forget it, Tone.
well, you know me.
I know you. So
Is that right? Is
that's it. 4's needed.
that level?
Yeah, that's fine.
So let's have a look, see what we've got. Take that out, take that one out. It's not very good. I need 5. There's 5 hits.
So it's 5 to save. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Needing 4s. Oh my lord, saved 1, lost 4. Not great. So I take fatigue for the wounded again. Sounds like a familiar old story. 1, 2. So I've lost 5 levies so far on the way in. That's pretty mean. Okay, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Is there any? No, you've got no shuffling because everyone's within range now. So I've still got six levies, so I still generate a dice. So I've got 2 on the board, which I'm going to leave on there. Let's get it off. 6 dice, and I've rolled. Ooh, hello, ladies.
Have you thrown 3 of those?
I've rolled 3 rares,
God, that's really
2 commons, and 1 uncommon. I like that. Okay, so it's my second turn. Dice placed, as you can see. No orders, reaction. So, first things first, I'm going to activate this unit here to move. Do you wish to react with that or not at the moment?
I'm not going to react to them.
Okay, that's fine, that's good. You've declared that.
But I can, if they move again, I can, can't I?
You can do it every single turn, but not now. You're moving on. So I'm going to go like that.
That's the very nasty spears, isn't it?
Yep. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, I forgot they were javelin then.
Banner.
Another unit of level.
Sorry?
Is it another unit of level?
These? These are warriors.
Is it a unit of 12 warriors?
Yeah. They're all in range. So
It's a medium, isn't it, for all of them? They all have to go, don't they?
yeah, it's individual. So I'm going to shoot. I'm going to shoot at them there. So your guys have got an armour of 4. I've got 6 dice. You have nothing to defend against it. I've got nothing to.
Because that's just with bloody warrior normals.
Sorry?
No defensive features.
No, you haven't. I've got nothing to tinker with, so I just need 4s. And I've hit you 5 times.
And I need to save.
On a 4, 5, or 6. So if you save, roll in there.
And I've saved 2 of them.
3. Is that a 6?
That's a 6. So that's 1 dead.
So that's 2 dead.
2 dead. That's it.
I'm now going to activate them to charge.
And they will run away.
They will run away. Good.
So they turn facing, don't they?
You can go in any direction you want. But,
They will go into there. Okay.
cool. I'm now going to activate them to charge again against your levy. And with version 2, you only need 1 figure in contact. There are a whole lot of counts, yeah, so they're going to be the back rate's going to be up there. Put that hill there. And we have a melee. So, you have an armour of 3 in melee. I have an armour of 3 in melee because mine are javelin as well. I've got 12 dice. 4, 8, 12. You've got 4 dice. I'm going to put it on there. However, because I'm javelin, I modify my dice by 1, like that. It's important to note that I modify the dice, not what is needed.
So is it they go down?
You still go down, but so I'll do mine first. So I need 3s, modified by 1, 2s, anything but a 1 basically. And I've rolled 4 1s.
So why do you need the 1s? Is the javelins like a big pointy stick?
I don't need the 1s. I failed there. So I've got 8 hits on you.
So can you just go through it? Why is it they modified on that?
Because javelins charging get a modifier by 1.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
So do you want to roll 8 saving
So
rolls?
do you get that as your horseman as well?
You'll get that on your cavalry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 7, 8. So if I get this right, if I don't save these, it's only what's left fight back at you, is that right?
No. Everybody fights.
So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, yep?
Yep.
And I need 4, 5, 6, 6.
No, you 5s and 6s.
5 and 6, why is that? Because you're
melee.
Melee. Oh, yeah.
So you've rolled 1, 2, 3.
3.
So that means 8. So 5 die.
Ouch.
Not quite a dice, which is a shame. And you got 4 back on me.
And I need
3s.
and I've got 4 on you.
You've got 4. Good rolling.
And you need
5s and 6s.
6s,
As I do.
and that's 3
Save
dead.
3 dead. That was good for you. That was a good
Yeah,
return.
it's not a bad return.
It is really. So you retire small away because you actually lost the melee. Yeah, you come out of that quite well.
So I'll just cut back away direct, isn't it?
Yep, you have to go that way.
Yes.
Directly away.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So I take a fatigue. You take a fatigue. And back on. And that.
So it's okay.
Okay, moving on. My levy are going to move like this. You can slow them down to an S if you want,
This,
because they've got fatigue.
I will slow them down.
It's up to you.
Well, I could just leave it on and then use it later on.
Exactly.
Leave it on.
I'm going to just do that anyway, so shoot at the same target.
So I just move your fatigue tag, so just replace one of yours with mine.
The only reason I did it is because you can see mine. That's all.
No, I'll use yours then. It saves an extension.
Exactly. Oh, I'm shooting at my figures. What are you doing, you idiot? Like that. Dang fool. Just a nudge over S away, M away. My warriors, my warlord's going to say to these guys here, get yourself through those woods.
Come out the other side.
Not quite. Don't quite make it.
Can you check the fire things that people in the woods are
Oh yeah, you can do.
but there's a difference in their
Yeah, saving rolls improved. And these got Danax, these guys.
So with the javelins on board, they make a differential in combat, don't they?
Your armour goes down. But your armour goes down, but your shooting obviously is improved. My Halfen Guard are going to keep trucking forward. Which are these guys here. Like that. Warlord's going to go there. In fact, I'm not even going to do it. I'm going to bring them back to there. And finally, I'm going to do Dances of Death. Choose up to three of your non-exhausted units. Place 1 fatigue and roll as many available Saga dice on them as selected as units. Choose 3, take 1 fatigue and roll as many Saga dice as units selected and place them on the combat bonus. So I'm going to select them and them. So I'm going to roll 2 dice and they go into my combat bonus. That is that. I can't do anything else. So it's your turn.
2 the combat bonus. 1 on that.
Yeah.
So I'm still at 7 dice.
You are.
That's still not broke.
No,
6, 7.
you did quite well there, actually. Oh my lord! So you've rolled.
Two nice ones. And 5 shitty shields.
Yeah, 2 rares, 5
Shields.
5 commons. Okay, so it's Wayne's third turn. Dice are placed as you can see. No orders dice. So what are you going to do, Wayne? Tony, sorry. Wayne's not here.
I move my general over to the levy.
Yep.
He's going to activate them to shoot.
Yep.
And we'll take another fatigue. We'll do that now.
Why they take a fatigue?
Oh no, don't do that.
It's their first activation.
That's very true. Right, so I've got 6 at you there.
So I've got an armour of 4.
4 at you there, sorry.
And how many you got in the unit?
No, 6,
7.
So it's 4 dice.
4 dice. Before you roll, I'm going to spend your fatigue
Yeah,
to increase my armour to a 5.
okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
So you've got nothing to pimp it with.
No.
I've
And I've got one.
one hit. I'm going to roll that. Saved it. Okay.
I am then going to activate my knights over there to charge.
The two.
Yep.
So they're going to charge here.
Then I'm charging to that.
Okay. There's nothing I can do about it. So I've got an armour of 3 because I'm javelin. You've got an armour of 5. I've got 9 in my unit.
I have 4.
Yeah, you've got 2 half and guard, so you've got 4.
Yeah. Because I played charge, I gain another 4 attacks.
You activate them charge to go in.
Yep.
Okay. You gain 4 attack dice. Yep.
Gives me 8.
You can't have any more. You can't use the second part of it anyway.
What's that?
It says your unit may gain an extra 3 because you're already on your maximum. You can only double what you start with your attack.
No, that's fine. And then I am going to play impact, which means that any 3s or less I get rid of.
No, you can't.
Oh no.
Because that's a charge activity. See, it says
Oh right, it's charge activation. Yeah.
So you can't
Apologies,
do
yeah.
that.
That's a bit of a bugger, really. Never mind.
You go. I can't close ranks because I've got a ranged weapon. So that was a charge activation you used there. So now you can use any of your other abilities. Obviously not impact. You can't use Gael because that's an activation reaction. Superiority.
I'm going to actually play superiority when I shot. You've got 2 extra hits. That was stupid. I meant to have done that.
Remove the T from the enemy unit to inflict 2
Well,
automatic.
I'll do that now.
Okay, so you've got 2 automatic hits on me.
No, actually I won't. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to play it.
So you're going to leave it. So you're passing. So now it's my turn. I'm going to use clenched fist. Take 3 of your available Saga dice.
Yeah.
Roll them and place them in the combat bonus. So I'm rolling, and I've got didn't roll any rares. So now I've got 5 in my
Yeah.
combat bonus. Do you wish to do anything more, or are you going to pass again?
I've got everything I want to do at the moment.
So now it's just a question of whether I want to start spending my combat bonus. You spent my fatigue, didn't you?
I haven't spent it yet.
You did because you. Oh, you chose not to.
No, I chose not to.
You chose not to. Quite right. Okay, so I'm going to.
But in a minute, but you're going to put those in combat pool, won't you?
Yeah, I am probably. Yeah. I'm going to use 1 for another attack dice.
Yeah.
Do you pass?
Because we don't do the fatigues at the moment, do we?
Sorry?
We don't use the fatigues at the moment.
You can use my fatigue if you want.
I'm going to use your fatigue to take you down to 2.
To a 2.
Yep.
Ooh, could be ugly. I'm going to spend another 1 for a defense dice. I'll put it just on the outside. I assume you passed, you've got nothing.
Yep.
And another 1 for another defense dice. And another 1 for another defense dice.
Yep.
I've got 1 left on the combat bonus. Oh, 2 really. Yeah, another 1
Okay.
for a defense dice. So I've got 4 defense dice.
Okay, so I've got 8.
You need
No, I need to hit you on 2s. Yep.
anything but a 1, basically. Any ones?
1, 1. 1, 1. 7 hits.
7 hits. So I've got 2, 7. So I've got 6, 7. plus 4,
11.
11.
Can you have as many
Defense dice is not limited.
attack dice? You can't have any more than you start
You,
with.
your pool
Is no more than what you start with, isn't it?
is double your pool.
Yeah.
So I've saved 1, 2, 3, and you hit me 7 times, so 4 die. 4 die. In response to you, I've got 9 back. 3, 6, 9. I'm hitting you on 5s.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Your bloody dice have been great today.
I'd like more. I've only hit you 4 times. 4 to save,
And I need, what was it, 4, 5s, and 6s?
5s and 6s.
And I've saved 3 of them.
Your dice have been even better, Tone. So your unit survives, mate.
So I retired, don't
No, you don't, because you only lost 1.
I? Yeah.
You lost 1, so you take a figure off.
Yeah.
I lost more than 1. You charged me that way, so I go directly away from you. Like that.
Isn't it that way?
Directly away from the charge. Okay. Fatigue. On both of us.
Yeah.
You put the fatigue on your...
Yeah. Right, and then I'm going to activate my spearman here because I've never been in combat with my spearman, and they will pile in.
Got 4. 3. I've got 5 dice. You got 8. Do you want to use any abilities? You go first.
What have you got left? You've got.
I've only got naught, so I've got nothing. Unless you charge my hero or half, I've got nothing.
I will. I'll spend your fatigue.
Yep.
I will increase my to 5.
Okay.
I like the idea of big dice because my eyesight.
Well, I've got nothing, so I pass. You pass.
So it's just combat.
It says combat, so you go first. You want?
I'm hitting you on 3s,
3s, yeah. Could do with some bad dice, Tone.
and that's
You didn't miss
7.
7. Wow. 4. 7. Now I saved 1, lost 6. So the unit's gone. Don't touch it. And back on you. Hit you on 5s. I hit you once.
7 on 5 or 6.
Yep. No, you lost it. So, broken friends within S. So they take fatigue. That's bad. And you've got fatigue for the melee.
So just use your fatigue mark.
Yeah.
And then
I'll
we'll
just,
just know where Thank you. Where's that one? Is that one of your daddies?
well, it's not going very well, is it?
What's that? It's only a unit of. Is that a unit of art? What did I check out? Was it a unit of split warriors, wasn't it?
Unit and half the warriors. So 3 Halfengard and 1 warrior. That's quite a good return. Okay.
Hold on, let's finish it.
What else are you going to do?
I'm going to.
So that's come off, yeah.
So that's. I didn't play my superiority, did I? Or did I? No, I forgot to bloody play it again.
Didn't he? You've still got it. It's useful to have.
Yeah, right. And I will shoot with these guys. Is it only those that are in combat in range? Is it?
Yeah. So you're only going to get the front rank.
Is it that, well, it's only the one. It's not all of them are in, are they? So it's only one.
You're only going to get 1 dice then. Remember, if you're moving your javelins, you can move and shoot. So you can move them all into range,
And then,
shoot.
I'm staying range, don't I?
Yeah. You need to get them in range to shoot them.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll do that. We're moving to shoot because I've got. So they will go in and they will shoot. I will play. On that, I will play superiority as well.
So you've got
There's 2 automatic hits.
mine's got an armour of 4. You've got 4 dice.
Yeah.
You're using superiority, which gives you 2 automatic hits.
So these warriors, haven't they got Benefaris?
1 per 2. So got 8 in the
Oh,
unit.
of course, I was thinking, that's the same as levies then, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so it's 4. And I said I played superiority already, so it's 2 hits automatic.
Yep.
And I need 4s. And I've got 1.
So you got 3. I lost 1. Okay. Anything else? That was your warrior's activation. That's about it, isn't it?
I forgot, I got this completely fucking wrong. Excuse me.
Not really.
I have, I played it wrong.
You should have used impact on your Halfengard when they went in, maybe. But you couldn't have.
Well, no, charge was better because I got 4 dice.
Oh.
I should have used impact then.
Yes, you go in with impact and then you use charge. That's what I'm saying. What you should have done.
Which one on the?
You should have charged in with impact,
Yeah.
and then used charge.
To get the extra, because you'd, yeah.
That's what you should have done.
Yeah, it's just remembering.
Are you cooked? My turn?
I am cooked.
Oh, I'm not cooked. I'm in trouble here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice now. Not looking good, great. Need to kill some Normans. And I've just rolled 4 commons and 1 beta, 1 uncommon. Let me have a think. Okay, so my 3rd turn, dice are placed as you can see, and I'm in a little bit of trouble here. A little bit of trouble. First of all, I'm going to do expendables, and it says until the end of the turn, a Norse Gael unit can, other than levies, suffer a fatigue, put it on another unit that's nearby.
Is that you
No, it's 2. That was on the dead unit.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I thought so as well, just saw that.
No, I thought it was 2.
Next thing, levy, I'm going to rest them once, like that. Next thing, I'm going to activate my warriors here to charge.
Yep, I can't do anything about it because I'm fucked up on twice. So,
Well, you can use Gallop though, can't you?
No, I didn't have anything on Gael.
Oh, no, you moved it, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I said. I got 2 on impact.
Ah, yes, you're right, you changed it. That's it. So, well, in that case, then they go straight in.
Yep. And I didn't have any invoked, I'd already used it up, so it was a bit of a pain.
Yeah, I misread your board there. That's
No, because you had taken them off. I've only got 2 on, I left on impact, which was a bit stupid.
yeah.
Because I already played the last go, so you can take that one off as well.
What's that?
Enlivenment's already gone.
Of course it is. Yeah. So all you've got is impact.
Yeah, that's why I said to you, I've missed it up.
Yes, and
I was thinking about that. I wasn't.
So I made a mistake there. I should have taken them off the board in my photo. So, right, okay. Well, that's jolly good. So we have a melee here then.
So
we have your armour of 3
yeah,
because you're in melee. My guys have got an armour of 4
Yeah.
at the moment. However, both dice are modified because I've got Danax,
and I've got those Jones.
but you don't. You only get that when you charge.
All right, so
So we both still get modified because of my Danax.
I go down one.
We both do, basically, because I lose it as well. So I've got 5 in my unit. You've got 8. Yeah. Yeah. So there and there. Just a question whether I use my abilities, really. I'm going to use Clenched Fist.
Yeah.
Take 3 of your available Saga dice and roll them and place them on your combat bonus. So I'll do that now. Needless to say, I don't roll any rares. So we go on my combat bonus. You've got nothing, so you pass. I'm going to pass, so it's just straight rolling. So I'll do mine first then. So I need 3s down to 2, anything but a 1. So I hit you 4 times. 4 to save.
Because it's combo, isn't it?
Yep.
And it's because I'm Warriors, it's always one above one.
4 to save. And did you?
Oh, sorry.
You rolled too many dice.
Okay, sorry. That's a shame because they were quite good dice.
They were very good dice.
Not as good as that. Oh shit, those are shit. So
You lost 3. Still generate the dice. And back on me.
I have 8.
You need 3s though.
Is that because
I'm
you
4
were-
down to
you
3
don't
because the
both?
day next. So you rolled.
I've got many hits. I've got 1, 2,
I don't know, it's not that bad.
3s.
4.
Yeah.
4 to save.
And you need to save on 4s, is it?
5s.
5.
I lost 3. Dang. That was painful. So I actually lost the melee again. Well, drew. So I lost the melee. So from being in a situation of advantage, back into the woods.
I can't get you in the woods because
Whatever you need to, mate. I think you'll find I've just lost a dice.
yeah.
So you did quite well there.
Hello.
Hello. My right.
So that's not variable, right?
I thought it was a keep the plebs out.
Keep the plebs there.
Right. You ready? My warlord's going to say to them, charge.
You want me to sign some stuff?
The stuff under. You don't need to do it now. But tonight.
Yeah. So what's this then? This is your.
My warlord said to my half guard, charge.
It's a bit unkind, that is.
Well, I have to do something because I'm not winning anywhere. So my armour is 5.
Yeah.
Yours is 4. And we both get more on Danax. I've got 16, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. How many have you got in your unit?
7.
I'm going to use. I'm going to use spill blood. And after the melee, how many dead figures I add to my combat bonus. So how many get killed on either side.
Is that again? After the shooting attack or melee has been resolved, roll as many of your available Saga dice as you were modeled to remove as casualties. Right, so what it means is this is the. So you've got them on a call for the next round of combat.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You pass.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend your
Fatigue.
to drop you down to a 3.
Yeah.
Actually, no. And your dice. I'm going to put me up to a 6. I was on a 5 because I'm half and guard.
But you'd be down to a.
Yes, indeed.
5.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, down to 3, so.
That's why I did it. You pass. I've got spilled blood. I then decide whether I want to spend some of those other dice.
You can't have more than, what's that, 16 in your combat.
I start.
Oh no, because you start with 16, so you can't have more than 32.
32.
Yeah, that's what I meant, because it's double it, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, I had to think through it. That's what's useful having big half and guard units, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to go. Just thinking out loud.
I did think about combining with a mine.
I'm going to spend another one for another dice. You pass because you've got nothing. I just got to kill a load of yours. I'm going to spend them all. What the hell? 2 more dice. I've got the whole lot in there. So I spent all my combat bonus, but I'm hoping that I'm going to kill a load of yours and get them back. So do you want to do mine first?
Yeah.
So you need 6s
Down to 5s.
down to 5s.
Well, I've killed. I've done 1, 2, 3, 5 of you.
So you've missed with 2.
Basically.
That's very good, isn't it? You bugger.
And I'd say it's not point closing ranks, but just I need to pull that unit off.
Well, you could completely wipe my unit out. This could be game over. So I'm saving 5. Save 3, lost 2. So 2 of my half of guard die. 1, 2. I'll take that one off. Might be affect your range a little bit. That one off. Back on you. So you're on 4, down to
3. Is that because you're dangerous?
Yep.
That's a good way of doing it. Put it on then, so next one it alters it down.
Yep. 3's needed. Take the 1s and 2s out. So I've got 5, 7, 9, 11, 12.
I only 7, 5 to 6.
12 on you. 12 to save.
What do I need to save? 6s? No, 5s.
5s and 6s.
It's on warrior. Yeah.
Well, no, everybody saves on 5s and 6s in melee, so.
Saved 1, which 5 dead.
Yep.
So 5, 6, 7 dead, which is the whole unit.
Whole unit. So before you touch them,
Yeah.
anybody within S,
I don't think there are. He's out.
he's
They're
out.
dead,
I transferred the fatigue that you gave me to my levy. We also killed 7 of yours and 1 of mine.
How many? 3 of yours.
No, 2 of mine. So it's 9. But I've only actually got 7 Saga dice. So I rolled a 7 Saga dice. And they all go into my combat. So that is 4, 5, 6, and a rare. And they're all in my combat bonus. Okay. I think that's how you play them. Warlord. He's going to come this way. See someone charging him. Okay. And that is it. So over there was shit. That there was fine.
Well, there's warriors with a couple.
Right, so it's your turn. You've got now 6 dice, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. You still roll 6 dice.
4, 5, 6. I've still got those 2 on the impact.
Yep, you have indeed.
Keep those down, keep those on there.
Well, you want to leave them on there, innit? So you've rolled 1 rare,
1 rare.
4 commons, and 1 uncommon. Okay, this is Tony's 4th turn. Just a minor correction, and it didn't affect anything. I've looked at the combat bonus. I know I have 7 on there, but when I charged my 12 warriors and then used combat bonus as defense dice, you can't do that. Have to be attack dice. As it happened, I rolled rubbish dice, and Tony wiped them out anyway, so it's fairly irrelevant. But there we go. A little while since we used the board. Right, Tone, what are you going to do to me?
Okay,
what
I'm going to
meanness.
first activate. The general is going to. The warlord's going to activate these chaps to move forward.
Yep, onto the hill.
That's my idea. We'll go with them. Then they will activate themselves to shoot.
I assume they're shooting at my poor old half and guard.
Indeedy.
So they've got an armour of 5. You've got how many in the unit? 7. So it's 4 dice. Here we go. Collecting your dice. Here we go, Tone. 4 dice.
I will play They should have a fatigue, shouldn't they? Because they're in a combat.
Yeah, no, but I switched it onto them. Do you remember?
Oh, you could do that, can you?
I did that, yeah. I used that earlier.
Right, okay.
Cunningly moved them there to make sure they're nice and fresh for when you charge me.
Okay, so it's just basically a straight shoot at you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use your fatigue to increase my armour to a 6.
Sweet.
Pop that off. 6 is required. And you missed.
Yep. Good. Doctor ordered.
Well, first time you failed tonight, Tony.
Okay, and
Right, what are you going to do now, Tony?
I am now going to activate these chaps here to shoot you.
So they're going to shoot into the wood.
Yeah.
So you've got them all in range. So you've got 5 in the unit. I've got an armour of 4. So you're going to get 3 dice.
Yep. I am going to play a superiority.
Which gives you 2 automatic hits, doesn't it?
To remove your fatigue.
Remove my fatigue. And I'm going to spend your fatigue to increase my armour to a 5.
So that's 3 hits in total.
3 hits. So you hit me once, but you've got the superiority, which gives them an additional 2. So I'm in terrains. It's normally 4, 5, or 6, but it's down to 3 because I'm in a wood. And I saved them.
No, you don't go. Okay, and then I'm going to activate my sergeants.
Which sergeants? The
Sorry, I'm just thinking this through. I'm going to activate my sergeants to charge you.
they're going to charge into the wood.
Yep.
Wow, they're brave.
Well, I might as well. I'm trying to get rid of these. They're annoying me, those bloody boats.
How did you shoot with them? Sorry, did you have 2 on the sergeants? Did you?
Sorry?
How did you shoot with them? Sorry, you used superiority.
I used the sergeants, and now I'm charging them with superiority. So I had 1 on the sergeants board.
So superiority.
I had 1 on the sergeants that allowed them to fire,
Yep.
which they missed, and then I'm charging on the superiority.
Superiority is a shooting or melee.
Oh shit, what have I done? What have I done? Now,
Do you not mean you want to use impact? You want to
no.
use impact, don't you?
Yes, sorry, impact.
Yes.
Yeah, impact, sorry.
So okay, I'm helping you here.
Sorry, that's all right.
Activate unit to charge during the. That follows the charge during this shoot or melee that follows the charge. You may re-roll any attack dice that score 3 or less.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a melee. If I can put it there. You can see it. So I'll put it here actually.
I have 5.
So I've got an armour of 4. You've got an armour of 3.
Yeah.
I've got Danex. I get it even if I'm attacking or not. You get fatigue going into the terrain.
Yeah.
So I'll put one there for you. You've got. You re-roll freeze on your attack dice, don't you?
Yeah.
I've got. How many in my unit? 2. And you've got 5.
Yeah.
Do you want to use any abilities? No. You go first anyway, so you have to. I mean, I've got 7 dice, so.
Sorry? I'm going to play melee, which means I get. No, I'm not going to play anything. I'm not just going to go with it.
Melee.
I'm not going to play melee.
Where's melee? You haven't got melee.
Sorry, retreat.
Retreat.
But I'm not going to play it, so I'm just going to go straight with the 5.
Okay. Just a question where I'm going to spend your fatigue
Yeah.
to increase my armour to a 5. I just need the unit to survive, really. You pass. I'm going to spend my rare on my combat bonus to double up my attack dice, which is the maximum I can have.
Yeah.
You pass. Can't use them for defence dice, as I said.
So you can only use them in attack.
Indeed. Which is what I did wrong earlier, which, as it happened, didn't matter. So,
Five.
you roll.
Yeah.
So you need 4s. 5 4s effectively.
Oh, that's shocking. Look at that.
Just the one.
Jesus Christ.
And I rolled to save. And I saved it. It's a bit... Let's see what happens in reverse, shall we? I need 3s, 2s. I rolled 1. I rolled... So you've got 3 to save.
And I need 5, 6.
5s and 6s.
That's okay.
You saved when she lost 2. So you bounce out.
So is it back to S or medium?
S. So we both take a fatigue.
That was awful. That was awful. Right.
So you got a fatigue one as well.
Oh, no, so I've even picked one up. Right.
Now we go for the big guns, which we're waiting for.
Okay. Yeah, you got all those bloody dice.
Of course I've got those. You don't have to attack me. You don't have to, you know.
I'm not going to attack you.
You can.
I could, but I don't want to.
Of course you can. What does your heart say, Tony? What does your heart say?
My heart says not at the moment.
I don't believe him.
Let's be honest, if I go in there, look at but look at the bloody dice you got there. You can load it up with another 6 dice,
I've got 6 in my combat bonus
and
at
then
the
you've
moment.
got 6 there. Would give you the combat you're going to have there is going to give you 20. That will give you 18 against my 8. Plus I can put 3 in if I do pursue. That's too powerful that unit at the moment, but because you can't put 2 bloody units in against it.
Not in these rules, you can't.
No. I'm not going to kill this guy.
You don't want to.
You're trying to coach me. No, but you're trying to tease me.
I'm trying to tease you in, Tone.
You're trying to tease me in.
I am.
I know you will.
So what are you going to do?
I'm not doing anything.
She's passing, so it's my turn. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 dice. It's all 4. That's not good, is it? I've got 1 spare. 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to leave 3 in the combat bonus.
And you're leaving 1 on Norse, so you...
1 on Norse, yeah, I am, yeah. So I've rolled 1 rare and 3 commons. Let me have a think. Okay, it's my 4th turn. I'm going to, in my orders phase, I'm going to declare expendable, so I can defer any casualties onto a levy unit. Should they?
So you can take the fatigue.
So I can defer it onto a.
As long as they're within S.
Yes, and they will be. My Warlord's going to activate them to move.
Is that your skirmishes?
Yep. Okay. Levy. I'm going to go this way for what it's worth. Drag along with there. 2 fatigue. And I'm going to shoot your Halfengard. So I've got 2, 3, 6, 7. So it's 4 dice. Your guy's got an armour of 4. I'm going to use Gael's.
Yeah.
Again, 2 attack dice, and if I use any extra
So which one do you use, Gael?
Gael's,
What's Gael?
bottom left.
What do you have on that one? Getting 2 attack dice, during the shooting, and getting 1 attack dice each time you trigger your combat bonus.
So if I use any more, I can pick it, but I can only go by another 2 anymore, then I'm doubled. I've got 2 fatigue, so you can increase your armour if you wanted.
I'm going to increase my armour.
Sorry?
I'm going to increase my armour to
1. Yeah, 1 at a time.
Yeah.
5. I'm going to spend 1. Oh, gain gain 1 attack dice during each time you trigger your combat bonus. During the shooting, you gain 1 attack dice each time you trigger your combat bonus. Oh, I can use it. So I'm going to spend another one out for the to give me another one. So it's 1 plus 1. That gives me 2. So I should be on 8, which is my maximum. I have another fatigue if you want to spend it.
I'm going to spend it to put me up to 6.
Yeah. Okay. So it should be like that. Sorry. So I need 6s. I can't increase it anymore. So I rolled 2 6s. So you've got 2 to save.
So that's on 4, 5, or 6.
Yep, in there. He's dead, and your crossbow guys take fatigue. Broken friends. Now, I'm going to activate my Halfengard. They're going to charge your bowman. There seems no point charging any of your mounted because they're just going to run away. Like that. Stand up and fall. So I've got 6. So we have a melee again. There. I have an armour of 5. You have an armour of 3. We're both modified by 1.
Why should I do the javelins?
Because of the Danax.
Oh, donuts, sorry.
I've got 6, I've got 12 dice. How many in your unit?
I've got 7, so I've got 2.
No, you've got 3.
Oh, is it? I thought it was 4.
It's rounds, multiples of 3.
It's 3.
You get 3. You can't close ranks.
No.
I'm going to spend your fatigue to 5. I need to be a bit lucky. Drop you down to a 2. So basically, I need 1. So it's an automatic hit.
I'm going to play retreat, so I gain 2 extra defence dice.
You've got 2 defence dice. So because I need 1s, 2s, and then I roll my dice. I'll do it just for the sake of practicality.
So you hit the automatic.
Yeah, I'm just showing. So 1. So I need 2s, but then I modify them. So I've hit you 6, 12 times.
Right, and there's only is my unit 7, so.
So you've got. Do you want to do your saving rolls?
Yeah.
So you roll.
First 2. Save one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got 12, isn't it?
12.
That's 4. Assuming 6s.
So you saved
3.
2.
2.
So you saved 3 so far.
Yeah. And then you really need to. No, not all dead.
You saved another 4.
And then you've done quite a lot of killing as well. So
12.
12.
So
They're gone.
they're dead. My guys take the fatigue, but they pass it on to their levy. And your warlord, he takes the fatigue, seen broken friends.
That was messy.
Yeah.
What do you do there?
My warlord's going to move this way. Yeah, that's it. Turn 5. You could have, just as a point of note, I just seen it. You could have spent my 2 fatigues to cancel my levy activating.
Oh, I never realised that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they've only got 1 now. Oh yeah, I should have done
Because
that.
no, they were on the left on
Yeah,
there
yeah.
and they passed it on. So you rolled it. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3, because they don't generate a dice.
Which is not good.
3 dice.
Oh,
So
that's handy.
Tony's rolled 2 commons and a rare.
Right, so that there.
Okay, so Tony rolled a rare, and then he went into his activation pool and he rolled it again, and rolled another 6, he went in the 2, then another 6, and then another 6. So he got all 8 dice in play, which is rather fortunate, and he kept a rare as well, which is outrageous, Tony. I hope you feel guilty.
No. Okay.
Go on then.
Start off with your sergeants, and they will just they're just going to shoot
So who are they going to shoot at?
your guys in there.
Here. So you're going to shoot
Yeah.
into the wood, so you get 2 dice.
Yeah.
I have an armour of 4. Put it there, shall I? Can you reach that?
Yeah. I'll spend your to get rid of it.
No, you can't.
Oh no, because it's shooting.
I can spend yours though. I will spend yours to increase them to a 5.
I can't get rid of yours.
No, you can't. Yeah, that's it. He's rolled 1 4 and 1 5, so it's 1 hit and 1 dies. So 1 brave Dane axeman lives on in that wood.
Okay. I'm going to charge them in.
Were they in S? I assume they were.
Yeah.
Must have been because they're okay. So you get fatigue on the way in.
Why don't they be with an S?
Because you're going to be moving S in the terrain.
Oh right, yeah, they were there, weren't they? So it's just
I assume he was in line with the other one, so I assume he was. I don't
just
know.
charged straight ahead. Did they push back when they went in before?
So, okay. I have an armour of 4. You have an armour of 3. We're both modified
By 1.
because of my Dane axe. I have 1 dice. You have 3 dice.
No, because I came in.
Now,
on
also because you've got javelin,
yeah.
you get another bonus as well.
Okay, I also came in on charge, so I gain 2 extra attack dice.
So you've got.
5.
Okay, so we've got an up and a down here. A bit more confusing. We've both got fatigue. I don't have standard weapons. I've got Danex, so you go. I can't close ranks. You go first. Do you want to use anything?
I will use your fatigue. Can I use your fatigue?
Of course you can, yeah.
I'll do that to take you down to a 3. Well, it'll take you down to a 2, won't it? So
And I'll use it to
go back up.
go back up. Yeah. I just want to survive, really.
Okay, so that's that one.
Okay. I could use combat bonus. I'm going to pass.
Okay. I've got nothing else I want to use.
I'll go first then. So if I do mine, mine's the simple one.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting you on
You're hitting me on
3s, 2s. So I hit you once.
So I need to save up the 5 or 6.
You saved it. You're hitting me on 4s, down to 3,
Yeah.
down to 2.
Yeah.
Basically,
Why is that? Because of my
one
javelin?
because I'm a Danex and one because of your javelin.
That's 4 hits.
Doesn't look good, does it? He's dead. That's a victory point for you, believe it or not.
Okay.
And you also, yeah, you got the fatigue for going in the wood as well, didn't you? Yeah. Did you get a fatigue for going in the wood?
You took them on and we played them off each other. I did. You put one on it?
Did you not have a fatigue before you went in?
No, because it was the new go.
Okay, so you didn't have any fatigues when you charged? I can't
I can't remember. I don't think I did.
I thought you had 1 fatigue from the melee.
But then we took it off because you did all my armour. You took me down.
Doesn't matter.
No, because I took you down and you spent my fatigue to put you back up.
But you had a fatigue for going in the wood, and did you have a fatigue before you charged?
I can't remember.
I thought you might have done. Doesn't matter, because you had the melee and you went back and you've not rested them.
Yeah, so they were just
So you should have 2 fatigues then.
fatigue.
Well, I've lost a unit, but that's by the by. Okay,
But you lost it anyway.
don't know.
Those 5s.
Yeah.
I don't have to. Right, okay, here.
Whatever.
He's going to rest and get rid of that.
Yep. With the knights activate, with his determination.
With his determination.
Yep.
I am then going to play Dex Alley.
For a charge.
No, I'm not going to do it yet. I am then going to activate my pursuit.
Activate a unit to charge.
Yeah.
Which unit are you charging with?
I am going to charge with those unit half guards.
Those 4. Straight in, okay.
Yeah.
That's pursuit. Activate to charge. This generates no fatigue. Generates 3 bonus attack dice. Ooh, nasty. So, I have an armour of 5. You have an armour of 5. We're both modified by 1 for my Danex. I've got, how many in my unit? 12, 6, so I've got 12 dice. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You've got 8.
Plus the 3 I generate from the
Yep.
pursuit.
You go first.
I have nothing I can use.
No, okay, well I have.
I knew you would.
I have, yeah. I'm going to use Clench Fist, which gives me 4 dice, and we roll them. So I've got 4 here, and I've got 1 rare and 3 commons. So I've got 6 dice on my combat bonus. So you pass because you've got nothing.
So you can only use those in attack, can't you? You can't
Yeah,
use them as
exactly,
defense.
exactly. And I can see that you've got King of the Isle sitting there. So I've got to start using them against you. I'll use this. I'm going to use Norse. And I'm going to use it. So I activated Norse.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to spend a combat bonus, and I'm going to increase my armour to a 6 with 1. Then I'm going to go.
That Norse is powerful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Shame I didn't have a rare on it. I need to kill you, really, because your Warlord's going to come in. I'm going to spend 2 dice. It's going to give me 2 more attack dice. So I've got 2 combat. I've got 3 combat. Effectively 4 in there.
Yep.
Your armour is 5, 4. I really do need to kill you.
Is that 4 because you're Danex, and then
Yeah.
but you're down to 5?
I'm up to 6 because I put my arm up by 1.
But aren't you down to 5 for Danex?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
So I can't make.
I'm going to spend 2 more
Yeah.
and have 2 more attack dice. That's it. So you need 6s down to 5. You need 5s.
Just not moving. Shit. What?
1. I lose 1. I'll take that. And I need 5s down to 4s. 5s down to 4s. It's not good either.
1, 2, that's 4, 6.
8. 8 to save.
I'm saving on 5s, aren't I?
You are. So saving on 5s. 8 to roll.
So
2, 6 die,
that's the unit's gone.
and a fatigue on the Warlord.
Okay, I've got to do it because it's shit or bust really. Warlord's going to go in. I know this is probably going to be our last go and it'll be over in a minute.
So we have a melee. So you've got this is the you are using Duke's Axe.
Yeah.
Duke's Axe to go in. It says here, activate the Warlord for a charge. They generate 4 bonus attack dice and gain resilience 2. That's really important. That makes you quite powerful.
That's one to minute.
So your armor's 5.
Yeah.
You get 8 dice. My armor's 5.
Yeah. That's because it's a Warlord, isn't it?
You get 8 dice. How many have I got in my unit? 5.
Is that 4 from being a Warlord, isn't it? And then the...
Now you get 8 dice, plus you're going to get the extra for the...
Yeah, so it's 12. Where's my dice gone? Where's my dice?
So I've got 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. And you've got resilience 2, which is very nice.
I don't think the impact, I'm not taking that off yet. At least, oh no, I played impact, didn't I?
I think you played it a while ago.
Yeah, sorry, I'm yourself confused. Right,
You go first.
so I got 12 and I'm hitting you on 4 off fatigues, haven't we?
We both got fatigue. You can spend...
I will spend your fatigue, making me put me on a 6.
On a 6.
So it's a Warlord on a 5 anyway, isn't it? Yeah, I'll go up to a 6.
So you're going up to a 6.
Yeah.
But you're still down by 1 anyway.
You were down to 4.
I'm going to leave your fatigue on you because you're going to be hard to kill. But I am going to spend my final 2 rares, my rare on my combat bonus, for 2 more attack dice. So I've got a clear board. You've got a clear board.
It's just down to the dice throw.
It is indeed. So do you want to do yours first?
Yeah, I'm needing
4. 5's down to 4s. You need 4s.
So just get me the 3s, 2,
The 1s.
that's it, so that's the rest of it.
How many? Good lord.
That should be
8.
8.
Shit. So 8. Take that off.
So it's a bit wobbly one, isn't it?
Yes, it's underneath the. So I saved 7 die, unit dies. Wow. Well, do them in a minute. Don't take them off because we. Back to you. I need 6s, but I'm modifying my dice by 1. Effectively 5s. So I hit you 7 times. But you have resilience too, remember. So
it's again resilience to 2. So what do I need?
I'll explain. 5s and 6s.
So I need
7.
dice, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8.
So you need 5s and 6s.
So I've done 3.
So you saved 3. So 4 hit you.
So it's 5 or 6. Yeah.
5, 6. So 4 hit you.
Yeah.
So you're on resilience 1. So resilience 2. You take 1 for 1 and 2. You take another for 3 and 4. So you're up to 3. But you don't take 1 for the melee. So
I had 1 resilience, I get an extra 2, so I had 3 resilience.
yeah, it goes 1 and 2 is 1.
Yeah.
3 and 4 is 2. 5 and 6 is 3.
Yeah.
And then the next one is the kill. So I need effectively 7. That's why I left your fatigue on.
Yeah.
So they take a fatigue for broken friends. My unit is vaporised. My half guard unit. And now it's my turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 3 dice. That's all I've got. Here we go. Oh shit. 2 beaters and a common. My 5th turn. I'll have a think. Okay, so it's my 5th turn. My dice are placed, as you can see. I have expendable, which I'm going to activate now. So I can now transfer to levy, which is why they're there. First thing my Warlord's going to say to these guys is, I could shoot, but you're going to cancel. Shoot, I can kill you. Armour of 4. How many are in range? I'll tell you what, I'm going to shoot you. But you have an option, obviously, of not doing it. And they are 1, 2, that one's not in range, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are in range, so it's 4 dice.
I can cancel, take the fatigues off, but if I do that,
I'm going to be.
fatigues can they take? 2.
But indeed. So
if what you're going to do is obviously you're out of range, you're going to put 1 on there, and then you'll put 1 on there and then put fatigue onto there. Are they allowed to do it if they've got more than 2 fatigue?
no, I'm going to shoot my javelins at those.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to move them, and obviously shoot at the end of it. So you've got a choice of either spending my 2 fatigues,
Cancel.
and they don't do anything at all, or letting me do it. Bear in mind, I've got expendables sitting there.
Which is that means that they can.
I can transfer casualties from my Warlord onto my levy,
But how many can they take?
up to 3.
So they've got 2 already.
Yeah.
So if they shoot, they have 3, so they won't be able to put 1 to that, will they? By survival shooting.
I can only put 1 on it then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But then I get an opportunity to move and shoot if you let me do it. It's your choice.
No, both will be either one way or the other.
No, you're not really. You have a decision to make, Tone. So you've got a choice whether you either.
But if I do that, then I can possibly spend my fatigues.
You can't spend your own
shooting.
fatigues. No. You can spend mine to increase your armour to a 5 and a 6 if you want it. But then that means I'm going to move.
If I don't, it means they'll just transfer the fatigue onto him when he moves.
Exactly, that's why I've done it.
No.
Trade off. I can hear the cogs going.
I have to take a chance because if I die,
See, the thing is, I shoot you, and I can kill you, and I don't even have to keep my Warlord.
I know. So the reality is I need to spend yours on.
And you've got to hope that I don't kill you.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So you're going to cancel the activation.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's interesting. So I'm going to use my 1 Warlord activation to go here,
Yeah.
and the second one I'm going to charge you. He's got determination. I had 1 on the Warlord. And one.
Oh, is that because he counts as a knight?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, as a Norseman.
Exactly. So I go in and I've got fatigue. So we have a melee. I have an armour of 5. You have an armour of 5. We both got 8 dice. For 8 dice. However, because you're exhausted, you hit 1 harder. Your dice, because you're exhausted, you hit 1 harder. I go first. I'm going to spend clenched fist, take 3 of your available Saga dice and put them in the compact pool.
Yeah.
So I've got 1 rare and 2 common. Yep. Oh, and because he took a fatigue, he can pass it straight on.
Yeah.
And I'll do that. Mustn't forget that. Before you spend it. So you've got nothing then.
No, that's it.
So it's my turn. So you're going to hit me on 6s. So there's no point me increasing my armour. No point increasing my armour because you already hit me on 6s.
Well, the thing is, I've got 3 fatigues.
Now, I'll tell you what I can do. I'm going to spend one of your fatigues. It increases me to a 6. Here's a tricky thing. Your dice, remember, is affected by 1. You need 1 harder to hit, so you need a 7.
But you can never do more than 6.
Exactly.
Okay, so a couple of mistakes here, which is a bit frustrating. One was I forgot that my Warlord has got Danax. So I'm hitting him easier, so I'm going to hit him harder. But also my armour goes down by 1 as well, which is really important. So actually the armour of my Warlord would have been 5, up to 6, because I spent his fatigue, down to 5 because of the Danax, and then it's adjusted because he's exhausted, so he still needed 6s. So technically he could have actually hit my Warlord. But also bear in mind I had that levy unit nearby, and I was always going to shift the casualties onto the levy. So would he have died? No, I don't think so. So the result was about right, but it's frustrating that we got the rules slightly confused.
And you'd seen it somewhere, I just wanted to know myself.
No. Do I use my other ones?
You're going to freaking kill me anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, so I'm not. I'm going to save them. So I need 5 4s. 2. 2 to save.
What do I need? 5s and 6s?
5s and 6s.
So 1.
He dies.
Only just.
Only just, but he does die. My Warlord takes the casualty and he's going to put it on 11. I think that's right. Tone.
Yeah. I thought it would have said that you can't go more. You could always hit on a 6. That was all, but never mind.
Right, it's your last turn.
So I've got 1 dice.
1 dice, yeah. So you can roll the dice. It's a common. So Tony's last turn, he had 1 dice which he put on knights. He's going to move it, put them out of the way.
Right, and that's it really, because I don't think it's going to make any difference, is it?
No, not really. So, and I've got 2 dice. For what it's worth, I'll just roll them, just see what I get. 3 dice actually. 3 dice. And I'm going to just sit on that, and I think I've won. But we'll do a quick total up and just see what we've got. Okay, so that's the end of the game. We've done a quick count up, and I got 28 points, and Tony got 20. So I actually won only by 8 points, and it was a close game. I'm sure there were bits and pieces we did wrong. I'm a bit rusty with the Norse Gael, to be fair, and I think Tony, now he's seen how he played the Normans, I think he's seen the strength. Maybe you might want to consider having more mounted warriors with javelins, and if you use them more aggressively. I'm not sure about sending them into the wood was such a good idea.
I was getting bored.
But no, good game, I think. Thank you very much for the game.
Thank you, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, good.
As ever.
As ever, I look forward to the next one.
Yep, firstly, game over. If you found the picture a bit dark over there, I apologise, but I had to change my camera at the last minute just before the game started. Annoyed at myself for forgetting my Warlord had a Danax. One, it would have killed his Warlord easier, but I guess from his point of view, Tony, if he would have rolled 6s, he might have had a chance on killing mine. But I was always going to shift 2 or 3 onto my levy, which were nearby. Anyway, mistakes. That's what happens in real life games, but hopefully you enjoyed it and learnt something about the 2 factions. If you like what you saw, as always, subscribe, take care, and see you all soon.